Our type where it needs to be. And now that we're recording, just a little announcement for those who don't hear it. We're going to create some paragraph styles and also set our type so that it's properly fitted. Let's go ahead and start with opening up our paragraph styles window. Let's go to Window, and we're going to go to Styles, and we want Paragraph Styles. And if you get a free-floating window like this, go ahead and just nest it into your sidebar, because it is a tool that we're going to use quite often. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off with our body type, which will be our main text for the whole document. So I'm going to select this one right here.
Ryan, where all these words come from?
1 second, Samantha. I'll help you after we're done recording. So we have Gagosian selected, and you can actually select anything if you wanted to. It doesn't matter. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new paragraph style. So that's at the bottom of the panel. But another helpful way to access that is in the flyout. New paragraph style. And what I like to do is I like to push this window off to the side a bit just so I can see my document. Another thing too is sometimes Adobe products like to not select the preview, your changes. So make sure that's checked on. That way you can see any changes that are happening. So if we notice here, we have our first window that we're getting. It gives us an opportunity to define this paragraph style. First thing we're going to do is we're going to title this, and we want this to be P for paragraph _ main. It's really important that you start using the language that you're going to find in HTML and in CSS, because if you were to hand this design template off to a front-end designer to actually construct the site after you've done the layout, they're going to use these tags to find all of these bits of information. This isn't going to be based on any paragraph style because it's our first one that we're making. We're going to go to the second set of options here in the left column. And now we're going to change this typeface to Baskerville. That's a funny word.
Why can't you just search for it?
I just typed it. And then our leading, let's go ahead and make that 16. And now we're going to hit OK. And now what I can do is I can do this. Highlight all of these, and then click Main. So go ahead and highlight So now we're going to create more specific paragraph styles. So now we're going to click into Gagosian, and now we're going to create a logo style. And we can do this a few different ways. We can click into here and start changing our attributes. So I'm going to make this bold. Or you have to highlight it first. So I'm going to make this bold. I'm going to make this a little larger. So 18 points. And now if you look at our paragraph style, we have a little plus sign next to it. And what that's doing is it's indicating that something has changed in that style. And so it has two functions. One is you just ruined the style on accident, or yes, you did this on purpose. Let's create a new style based on the first style, and let's follow through and, oops, there. So now with that still highlighted, we're going to go to the flyout menu and create new paragraph style. And if we look at our first set of options from the left column, this is going to be, let's see here, this will be H1 for header 1, and then logo, underscore logo. And notice that it's if we go to the style settings right here, this is telling you what it's based on. So based on P main, but then we can follow the bread trail, and we can also see all of the qualities that are attached to this. This is the information that starts to become really important when you go into Dreamweaver, or if you hand it off to a front-end designer, they're going to need to know these details, because the way that we're working right now is we're using points as equivalents to pixels. We're going to hit OK. And now we have a new style in there. The next thing I'm going to do is, before I start making these more specific, I'm going to go ahead and set up my tables. So what I did was I clicked into this text frame and then hit Command A. And what that does is it selects all of the texts that are inside of that text frame. From there, we're going to table. Sam. Glasses. Sam. No cartoons right now.
Sorry.
There. Okay, so we're going to convert text to table. And then if we reference our PDF, our Word doc, we can count how many items are in that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 items. Just kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. Let's go back here. So we need 7 columns. We need to make sure that it's based off of the paragraph indication. Paragraph indication is whenever you hit enter or return on your keyboard to start a new paragraph. 7. All right. And then now we're going to highlight 1 and then drag all the way over, because this will activate your table. And then now on the control panel at the top here, we're going to center, align center. No, align left. My bad. And right here, we're going to align center. And then this right here, this will define the grid that follows the contours of your table. So this is what creates the grid. We want to turn all of these off. So we're just going to go over here to where we have a point stroke, and we're going to make that 0. Following that, I'm going to expand my table a bit, readjust. Now I'm going to highlight. To fix the table, you have to highlight the table. And when you hover over the different cells, you can expand each cell. And now your table is going to butt up against the baseline of your type. So you have to go back in and expand it so that it hits the line of your defined wireframe. I'm going to do that over here for search and follow as well. Click on one, make sure it's highlighted, then Command A. We're going to go to Table, convert text to table. This one just has 2 columns. Let's go ahead and highlight the table so it's active. Align left, align center, and then adjust. We go to the second navigation bar, select one of the words, Command A to select all of the words, table at the top, convert text to table. This one has 6 columns, I believe. Highlight the table. Align left. Align your baseline to center. Let's get rid of the stroke around the grid. So make that 0 points. And then now let's go ahead and expand that so it's wider. Okay, so now I'm going to Command minus. And what I like to do is as I'm working, I like to preview things without my guides turned on. And the keyboard shortcut for that is W on your keyboard. And I'm noticing that I forgot to take the grid off of the table in the top right. So I'll select that, highlight my table, and I still have 1 point turned on, so I'll make that 0. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pause here.